Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about GMX. GMX is a decentralized exchange for spot and derivatives. As an investor, you can buy GMX tokens, which are a utility and a governance token. And you can also buy GLP tokens, which is a token that you receive by providing liquidity to the platform, to the exchange. And I will explain more about GLP and GMX in a future video. So by owning GMX or GLP tokens, you receive a yield in Ethereum and in locked GMX tokens. So here you can see you receive 6% APR for Ethereum and 20% APR in locked GMX tokens. And for GLP, you receive 38% APR in Ethereum and 50% currently in GMX. And the locked GMX tokens, the escrowed GMX tokens, those can be converted into real GMX tokens by vesting them over time. And if you buy GMX and GLP, you will quickly wonder, you will ask yourself the question, well, how much can I earn in a month, in a year by compounding those gains? So because there are 4 different APR percentages, it might be hard to conceive how much one could earn by buying GMX or GLP. And on top of that, by compounding your earnings, you can even gain more. But also, to be smart about this, you have to take into consideration the Ethereum fees it might cost you to compound your gains. And this is why I created a little tool, a Google Sheet, to help you make these calculations. Because, for example, if you, well, I cannot show it to you, but you can choose to compound only your GMX or claim your Ethereum and then directly convert it into GLP to compound your gains. So there are a lot of variables to take into account. To make this easier, I made this Google Sheet. And here, first of all, you will have to input the amount of GMX and GLP you own or want to own. You must also verify that the price is correct. So currently $1.33 for GLP, $30 for GMX, and you must also input the Ethereum price. And to have up-to-date data, you can also update the APR percentages. So let's say I buy 10,000, well, maybe optimistic, 1,000 GMX and 10,000 GLP. This gives you an investment total of $43,000. And at the start you will have 0% boost percentage, but maybe after a year, when you will have compounded multiplier points, which will be converted, which will give you a boost percentage, you can update the computation by putting this here. So let's say 5% percentage. And you want to know how much you will gain by compounding every month for, let's say, 2 years. Well, let's start with 1 year. And in the green table, you have the results. So by starting with $43,000, with 1,000 GMX and 10,000 GLP, you will end up after a year with almost $68,000. This is a 56% gain by taking into account your Ethereum gains and your locked escrowed GMX. Of course, because this Google Sheet takes into account the fees that you will pay by compounding and claiming your Ethereum. Compounding every day might not be the smartest thing to do because it will cost you a lot in fees. So for example, if we compound every 3 days, the Google Sheet is computing the results, you will see that your gains are actually lower. And this is because the fees you pay are high. If you compound every week, you will see it gets a little bit better, 53%. If you compound every 2 weeks, you get 55%. And so you will have to find the optimal compounding interval depending on the size of your portfolio. Here you can see that monthly we have 56% gains. By compounding every 3 months, we will see, oh, it goes back down. So it seems that monthly is the optimal interval. And now that we have this optimal interval, we can compute the returns over 5 years if, of course, the GLP price and the GMX and the Ethereum price stay the same. Here you can see that with the current APRs on the platform, by starting with $43,000, you can end up with $450,000 worth of tokens in 5 years, which is almost, it is a 10x on your starting money. So those are great gains. And to show you the importance of compounding, so here we compound per month, but if we instead compound per year, we only have, it's computing, we only have a 6x gain on our initial capital. So let's say now that I only have GMX, I buy 20,000 GLP. Our return on investment by only having GLP, and also let's say we have the maximum boost percentage or a decent boost percentage of 20%, you will see that in 5 years you can 10x your capital in Ethereum terms, and you can 14x your capital in GMX. So in total, you would have 1,500% gains in 5 years. But maybe with such a big portfolio, it might be optimal for you to compound more often. So let's see with 2 weeks. And indeed, it's a small difference here. Every week it gets a little bit smaller, probably. Yeah. So here, depending on your portfolio, maybe if you have a very small portfolio, only compounding every 3 months might be best for you. So feel free to play around with the stats to make your own computations. So that's it for today, for the explanation of the Google Sheet. To use this Google Sheet, you just have to click on the link in the description of this video, which will allow you to copy this Google Sheet, and then you can use it as much as you want and input your own numbers. And then once you know what interval you can compound, well, you just put a reminder on your calendar and you enjoy the passive gains from this trading platform. The nice thing with GLP is that it's not only an asset that gives you a yield, it's also a basket of crypto, like the S&P 500, but instead of stocks, it's made out of crypto. It's 20% stable coins for now, 50% Ethereum, 20% Bitcoin, and then a little bit of Link and Uniswap tokens. It gives you exposure while limiting downside risk because it's 20% cash in it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this Google Sheet will be helpful for you. Bye.